Phobos Librarians are unsurprisingly librarians that wear Phobos armor, specializing in vanguard tactics and often using magic more so to hide themselves and their troops, more so than using them to explode the brains of their enemies. They also have probably the single coolest librarian model in my opinion. Hello everybody, my name is Phobos Librarian, and today we are covering the Phobos Librarian of the Space Marines. So, the Phobos Librarian is of course a character unit for the Space Marines. He comes in at 70 points with a fairly standard stat line of movement 6 inches, toughness 4, a 3+ save, 4 wounds, leadership 6+, and OC 1. This is a standard enough profile, and for 70 points it's nothing standout. In terms of ranged weapons, he has his bolt pistol and his smite. His bolt pistol is one attack that hits on 3s at 12-inch range with strength 4, AP 0, and damage 1. Fairly whatever, though I guess useful enough when you're in combat. Then he has Smite, of course, which is a psychic attack. That's D6 attacks that hit on 3s at 24-inch range, strength 5, AP 1, and damage D3. Very good at killing Space Marines. And he can overcharge that to make it the focused version, which gives it devastating wounds, but also hazardous, which it then gains strength 6, AP 2, and damage D3. A solid enough upgrade, especially against things where you'll get an extra +1 to wound, like, say, Terminators, or Gravis, or even Guardsmen to an extent, as you'll be winning them on 2s instead of 3s. Then he, of course, has the standard force weapon that the Psychers have, which is a psychic weapon. 4 attacks that hit on 3s at strength 6, AP 1, and damage D3. Nothing standout, though, good at killing medium to light infantry. He, of course, has infiltrators, like all the Phobos Marines do. Then his main ability is the Shrouding Magic. While leading a unit, this unit cannot be selected as the target of a ranged attack outside of 12 inches, and they gain the Stealth ability. This is super useful, not only because it means they have lone operative, but also if someone does get in range of them, they have -1 to hit, which makes them much, more durability is always a good thing, especially on standard Marine bodies. Then he also has a Psychic Hood. While this model is leading a unit, they have a 4+ field up painting and psychic attacks, fairly niche but powerful when it comes up, though these guys won't have to deal with too much damage unless they are way out of position, which should be pretty hard to do. So the Phobos Librarian, I'd say, is actually a lot better than the standard Librarian, as while the Librarian gives them a 4+ invulnerable save, this guy just means they flat out can't be shot from most of the board's positions. Whether they're lurking in the backfield or on the flanks of the army in general, they'll always have a good amount of protection. And even if things do get in close, they of course have that last-ditch stealth to rely on. In terms of who to lead, I'd say infiltrators are the most standard if they're sitting in the backfield, as that will deny deep strike, meaning they are practically unkillable unless they can get into your deployment zone. And even if they do, it'll often be quite a depleted unit, which is the kind of unit that these guys are good at taking down. Though if you want to use them for utility, I'd actually recommend eliminators, as eliminators allow them to double move, which means they're moving at 12 inches a turn, and if they can get assault, like in Gladius Strike Force, they can of course move even faster than that. While these are rather pricey units at 170 points about for both of them, they're super valuable for the objective game, and in that way I think they do have a solid niche in the army. While not every army is going to take them, in the right hands, these guys can be a real thorn in the side of the enemy, taking out units that are below their weight class, but still with no retaliation available. It can be rather frustrating. Overall, I'd say that this guy is a very solid choice if you want to have a very secure home field objective, or if you just want someone roaming the mid-board that will often be unable to be shot and can really just pick its fights and punch down. I've been Spoons Rattling. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.